we're gonna get in a deep discussion, okay, about intimacy, teaching Jinro. So, to feel touched, right, with a partner in a raw form of showing each other your true shadows and mask. Like the mask uncover raw authenticity. Nothing can be hidden from the surface once you merge together with that being. Together you merge together as beings, right? Letting go of all of your fear, letting go of what if they see this, what if they, all the doubts in your mind, you just let it go. And with that right person, right? Because you can feel like you've had a past lover before you guys can even get intimate. And I'm talking about you don't even touch each other. You possibly haven't even seen this person yet, but it feels so familiar. It feels so like you've done this before. You connected with this person before because of this ultimate pull that it takes you in. It's like a gravitation between both. Like each of you are feeling the same feeling, synchronicity. Like behind the scenes, that person is home. You're where you're at too. You're home, but you guys are feeling each other as if you met before, as if you felt this feeling before. But the body remembers, and like that's the most magical thing about memory is that your body remembers even in past lives. Certain people feel like you've connected with them once, but the most magical thing about intimacy is that you can feel the the ecstasy feeling of the dopamine and the serotonin of the feeling of when you are having this deep connection with someone. Like you're merging together. But the magical part of it is before it even happens, it happens in your mind. Your body feels the tensity of the situation, the tensity and the fantasizing that you are doing in your mind. That's taking you to that person before you actually meet or come together and merge. If you met already, then you didn't merge with the person yet, but you feel it coming because of the fantasizing that you're doing. It's like living within that fantasy that is activating those codes of familiarity of the fact that you guys once met before and you've done it before, and it's like a vibration that's you feel within your connection that feels otherworldly, if you get what I'm saying. And then the powerful thing that you can do is step into your fantasy. And at night is the most where the veil is thin. We're up at night, the veil is thin. You feel an ache in your spine. Your kundalini is rising. And when you fantasize too, also about that person that you can feel like you met before, can be someone you met in a dream. Maybe one of your lovers in your dream where you've connected with them and now you start to fantasize about this dream man or this dream woman. And then all of a sudden, like it's very rare that you meet the dream woman or the dream man in the physical. It's either you meet them right when you're about to take off on the plane and you don't have time to go back to see if that was the person because you're already about to get into the plane and your plane is about to land off. But then you look out that window and then you always wonder, why do that feel like deja vu? You know? Or it's different meanings of that, of what could happen. Like, where you could either see the person, right, of your dreams, but it's always in a situation of where you might be headed somewhere to where you can't stop. But when you look back, maybe that person's gone. You ever like that's just a mystical thing that I'm bringing to the front page of the situation is that sometimes what we see in our dreams, especially if we have lovers in those dreams, we see them sometimes in the physical, or if you ever have. But it's always in the way in the physical life where you're doing something, so you're not fixated on what you saw, but you've seen it. But you have to continue with your life to go figure out like what you're doing. Not figure out what you're doing, but it's like you're doing something. It's always in the midst of you doing something, in your life, and then you see the person, you're like, oh, that's deja vu. Or if you're really fortunate enough to be able to witness that dream lover in the physical. But then again, I look a little bit deeper, because if you are seeing them in the physical, then will your timelines change? Were you supposed to? I mean, or was it destined? I mean, we get really down into the fantasy of it all, because how many times have you fantasized before and you've actually seen something that you fantasized before as if it wasn't a fantasy? You were reliving something and replaying it in your mind. That's deep, babies. As if like that fantasy you thought about was already thought about. But you thinking you just thought about it because you thought about it right at that moment and brought it to life. But what if that thought was already a thought already? What if that person that you're thinking about, you've already thought about before? And that's why it comes so easy to you to fantasize about that woman or that man. Because it all stems to that past life lover. That's food for thought. I want to leave you guys out with that tonight to think about. That's a mystical thought that we're going to think about tonight, and we're going to sleep on that, okay? And we're going to see what we dream about tonight. Love you guys.